Synced up with your VR headset?
Yep.
And that's a standard VBS laptop, right?
No, it's a standard gaming laptop.
Gaming laptop, okay.
It's got higher end graphics cards, but other than that, it's standard.
But it's running VBS?
Yep.
Okay.
Running VBS Blue IG.
All right. And these controllers are these
standard ones that you just buy anywhere. So now what you'll see is the headset is now synced.
Oh, okay.
So once I sync that, I bring up Flex Air supplies all the back end pilot information. This is an F-18A demonstration.
That interface, is that part of Bohemia?
No, this is part of our partner with Flex Air.
Okay.
So what you'll see is, I'm going to show you right now, you can see this supplies all of the all the gadgets and all that. So if you look in the far right side, you'll get your altimeters and all that, and it all works. In the lower corner where those circles are, those are the jets when you're at full thrust. I'll show you that when we're inside of VBS here.
So now, when you move,
watch.
This is what you're seeing?
Yep. That's what I'm seeing, and I'll show you what I'm doing here in a minute.
So it's true virtual. It's immerse.
Calibrate here in a second.
So it's not augmented. This is true virtual.
It's true virtual. So give me a second. I'm just gonna calculate this. It's the most basic thing. Okay, there's something.
Oh, okay. So there's no gyro on this?
Nope. There may be one small, but most of it's done through
just reading
the headset. Yeah.
Okay.
Reset these for some reason.
So this is a quick demo, something you put together in about 3 minutes.
Yep, literally.
Okay. So out of the box, loaded up, about 3 to 5 minutes, and you can have a procedural trainer with virtual reality, not augmented reality, virtual reality, for a pilot to do procedures. Which aircraft did you select?
F-18 Alpha.
Okay, F-18 Alpha.
So what I need to do
using commercialized controllers, top of the line controllers here.
I need to reset here.
I don't know the brand.
I did something.
This one here.
For some reason.
Looks like your thrust. Headset. And the headset would be part of the Bohemia package. Would it be part of your package as well, or is this something that is another third party?
Would be what this would be is this would be a package for simulated training for pilot procedures. But what we're using this for right now is showing you an application that we've taken VBS Blue IG, and we can fly around anywhere in the world and show you each of those cities. And what you're going to see is with Blue, we have the OSM data, the OpenStreetMap, which maps all the buildings at every street in the entire world. So you can get procedurally generated terrain with the biotopes, with the trees and whatnot, and grasses and that, boulders and rocks and those things. And then the buildings, with our other technology, with TerraSim, we extrude those buildings. So we give you the right height map and the right shape. But then if you want to, you can go in and put geo-specific buildings, ones that you can enter and all of that. So it gives you that option. And what I'm going to show you is when we fly over San Francisco, at the end of the Golden Gate Bridge, we've taken a 6-block area and have done a very high inset of that particular area. So you can see air handlers on top of the buildings, windows, and those sorts of things.
Can you go from like 20,000 feet down to like 100 feet without a lot of paging? And, and so you've cracked the code and made that a lot more efficient?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so Luis Velasquez here with the Modeling Simulation Division out of Quantico, Virginia, paying a visit over to Bohemia Interactive as we're looking at one of their tools that we're going to be modeling or measuring for its bandwidth usage over the internet and across the land and the land. As a result, we got a chance to see and preview some new technology, and that technology today is for the pilot sim. So you see the standard high-end laptop with some gaming controllers that are commercial off-the-shelf model, virtual reality headset, and everything is synchronized so that when the flight sim is engaged, what you see on the screen here will be in a virtual reality 3D environment with sounds like it has some stereoscopic as well for the hearers. So you'll hear Doppler and all the other things that you would expect as a pilot when taking off and landing.
This is something special. This is called leap motion. Okay. So what you'll see in the demonstration is This is tied to the front, which is separate. And what it does is, as I put my hands in front of me in the physical world, you'll be able to see a virtual representation. And what that will do is, I'm going to go through a procedure for a pilot where I'm flipping switches and buttons and doing selections inside the cockpit. So when you start looking at that on a lav and how you can train somebody inside a lav or a JTAC trainer in a instead of using a dome, you could break out. You saw that I put this in a very small backpack.
Yeah, I saw it's literally
a Pelican case and have 3 stations and make it ready for a JTAC trainer.
Excellent. So now this would be the alternative to using something like the dome, and the return on investment probably would also be saving, in the real estate, it would be saving in the projectors, synchronization.
Oh, I could do this in a tent somewhere.
Okay. Great. So let's take a look at it run.
All right. Now we're.
Are you up?
Yeah, that was unplugged.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, so the headset is now in sync with VBS Blue, IG, and
so
now what we're going to do is FlexAir, our partner.
We're
going to take a pilot station, and we're going to inject. So what that does is that will feed me the entire cockpit, and as you can see, I'll make sure. What the cockpit does is it will take all the controls and send them to the headset. So I'll get a virtual represent. We did a drawing of a F-18 cockpit, and these are the pieces that feed all those instruments. So all your multifunctional displays are operational, and I program the buttons. So watch and you'll see. This is quite impressive.
Now, you had something very similar to this in the London at the JTAC, right?
That's correct, but it was a full-up system with,
hydraulic
workstations and all that. So you'll see that this is a gaming laptop, very inexpensive, and the laptop capability and the hardware technology is just advancing every 6 months.
Excellent.
So now we're able to see it. So you'll see frame rates at about 90 to 100, at sometime 120.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is you're going to see my display, and then I'm going to sit here in front, and you can see that no matter how I sit here, I will recenter myself. So now this is the display, and you can see the switches and all these MFDs.
So everywhere you're looking, I'm seeing the representation.
You are seeing a direct representation. That's correct.
Now,
give me, pardon me 1 minute. I'm going to get a little adjustment here.
So the headset can be adjusted. It has Velcro straps on it, so it can accommodate pretty much almost any average or any user. The screen is already moving with his head movement.
See here? So those are altimeters. The altimeter, the IAS.
So once again, he is leaning forward, and you can see the screen display that he's looking at, so that we can see it. But otherwise, he's getting that in a 3D virtual. Okay. If you see his hand.
So now watch. Here's what we're going to do.
Your hand again?
No, you got to move yours back. It's picking you up.
Right.
So I'm going to go up with my hands like this.
All right.
Turn them over.
The studio articulation.
Make the fist.
Yeah, I'll
make the
come by as soon as I can. I just want to make sure I've
hang loose. Okay.
Excellent.
So now I'll show you what that means. So I'm going to take it off pause, and I'm just going to. What you're going to see down here. Okay, see those? Those are actually, now as I increase, you'll see those gray circles open. I'm at 100% NOS right now.
And that means you're afterburner?
I'm at basically in afterburner mode. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go down. Do you see that city over right there in the center of the screen?
Yes.
They're a little darker buildings.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down to the surface here.
Okay. And I see that, like, even the...
See the headset display?
So the canopy has some sort of debris on it
Yeah.
as well. That's good. No, that's a sense of realism. Okay.
Well, that's a sense of realism.
All right, so your orientation... Are you flying on instrumentation, or are you flying on gut? What are you doing?
I was just flying reference.
But you were going gut 100 miles, on afterburner to a location on the ground, right?
Yeah, I'm going to, what you see directly in front of us is the Golden Gate Bridge. And what we did is we took 6 city blocks of San Francisco and made it a high fidelity inset. And you'll see exactly what I mean. So what you see is all the buildings. Look at all the buildings inside of the city. We've replicated all of them. See over there?
So you're seeing it, but it's not showing on the screen because there's quite a distance from what.
Right. I'm going to fly over it so you'll see. I mean, I made the draw distance less so you can see the buildings drawing to show you that it's procedurally generated.
Okay.
So I'm going to get down to the deck here a little bit. I am at about, where am I at? Yeah. coming down pretty strong. Okay.
Can you see your heads-up display like in your?
See right there?
Okay.
Yep. You see what I'm seeing right now.
Does it give? So it gives you your altitude and gives you speed, wind speed.
But I'm going to show you something pretty interesting here in a minute.
All right. Now you're getting pretty low.
Yep. So here I come. I'm going to.
And you're hearing audio noise from your engines.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna sit in it here in a minute, and then you can give. Let me get just above the tops here.
All right.
Back off. Because what I want you to see is. Okay. See the shining off the water.
Yes, I see the water reflection.
Right, okay. So now look at these first buildings. See those first buildings? Those are geotypical. See the buildings. Now look at right here.
Yes.
See, that's a high fidelity inset. See that?
Yes.
The Transamerica building, all of the stuff on the tops of the roofs, and then here's geotypical.
Yes, I see your hand moving in there. Is that my hand or your hand?
No, that's yours.
Oh, okay.
It's picking you up.
All
So if
right,
you back
sorry.
away.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry, that wasn't the Golden Gate, that was the Bay Bridge. There's a Golden Gate up here. But as you can see, now I'm going to fly over. Look at I made the draw distance so you can see what's happening. I want you to look at like 1 or 2 ridges beyond where the plane is. What's most interesting about this is you've got the whole world in here, okay? And then what we're doing is now look at the trees. Watch out just a little bit beyond the view. See all the trees, and I did this for a reason, so you could see it.
Okay.
Now look at all the trees being populated.
Yes.
See, look in the grass. See the grass?
Yeah, and
See all the shrubs?
There's no latency in the paging.
No, look at right here.
Yeah,
see,
I see that.
Now, what we normally do, I only did this so you can see see we're paging it. See the green coming in?
Yes.
All the bushes and all the trees, right? And then I can look see back behind me?
Yes.
See my rockets? I'm going to lean towards you, so I'm sorry.
Right.
See the pilings over there?
Yes, I can see that on the screen.
Okay. So now look at all the trees. So we've got all the deciduous for this area. And let's see what we're going to do over here.
So if you made high winds, would those trees be shaking and everything? Wow.
Just like in VBS.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm going to get a nice level flight down here. Okay, now, you see this button over here?
Yes.
See what it says? It says arm. You can see that, right?
Yes.
And it says safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does your weapons?
I'm
Oh, no way.
going to turn it off. I
No.
don't have it calibrated, so it's sometimes.
I would say that would be pretty damn neat if that was like getting a glove with a haptic feedback.
that?
Yeah,
So
that was
that's off.
impressive.
Now, haptic is what we're going to look at. Now, I'm armed, so you can see here.
Yes.
Okay, do you see where it has a square box around it?
The square box.
Right. See, it says AM and there's a square box around it?
Yes, that's
Under
your
number 3, right?
That's your AIM missile.
That's one of the missiles, and it's the one right over here next to the pod.
Okay.
You can barely see it. Do you see it right there below that yellow?
Just barely.
Yeah, okay. So that's where that's at. I've got the same thing on this side. Okay?
Okay.
What I'm going to do is that tells me, if you look at the 850 right here, that's the center of the plane. That's the nose. Out where the 9M is, that's the outside pylon for the rocket.
Okay.
So what that tells me is, see number 3? It's the one right there that's going to fire.
So that's the one you
So
selected.
here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take. Well, first I'm going to make sure I clear this mount. That's probably.
Yeah. What is your speed right now? Can you tell? Is there an indicator where you can read your speed?
Yeah, right here.
So your heads-up
Here's my
display.
map. Heads-up display. Ricky, Okay, now watch. Here is the rocket, and you see.
So you did the master arm. You're getting ready.
Nothing happens. Why? Why is nothing happening?
You didn't select. Is it danger?
I didn't. It's unsafe. Remember?
Oh.
Nope, wrong one.
So once you get your hand calibrated, that would be a lot easier but it's for the initial right out of the box. Could it be locked? Is there a procedure where it's locked?
No, it's when we got you and I in here, it's picking up.
Yeah, I think let me step back. Let me step back so that way I'm not interfering. Okay, so we want to arm the weapon, and you want to fire the weapon, but you don't have a target. You're just going to fire it for effect?
Well, I'm just going to fire it. We've turned off all the collision.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's going to be the one on the right. So let me find a target here.
That's pretty interesting. That the canopy with the discoloration as well as dirt. That's
makes it more realistic.
Yeah, I like that. Nothing's
so if
perfect.
I'm putting it on a target right here, I come up, and I'm going to fire.
All right, nice. So just like VBS, which this is VBS, you can replay this at a later time and show that rocket from launch to impact.
Yep, see it right there.
All right.
Boom. Right there, see it?
Huh.
Boom.
So can you, so like I said, can you replay that in VBS at a later time if you're doing an AR?
After action review, the same as you're used to with VBS. Now
Okay.
keep in mind that we're moving IG on top of blue, so some of those pieces and parts with the after action review will be the last things that we implement into blue once we've got all the components that we need inside of blue. So I'm just going to circle back around. Now what I'm going to show you is, so we're still armed, all right? But what I'm going to show you now is, and see there again? Now we're on the right side, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I go right, I go left,
Yes.
I go right. So it's programmed like that, but watch what I can do. Now I come over here. The last one was on the right, so
Yeah.
according to that, the next one should be on the left, correct?
You could
See,
override it.
is. See, it is.
Yeah.
However,
You could override.
I have a button right here. That I just changed it to the right. Watch this. Woo! You!
Top Gun.
Let's watch this one detonate.
Oh, nice. You're following it in. Good. I see the trail. It's going to hit the impact. Impact. Oh, 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 oh! All right, all right. So, John, what is this in terms of what have you done to show this at least to anybody in the Marine Corps side, anybody from NOC, TSD, Aviation? Who have you shown this to?
We haven't shown anybody this other than some of the folks that have been interested in VBS Blue.
Okay.
I'm taking another trip out to McTaug, show Colonel Barrick and
Okay.
the team. I'm going to also show. You're one of the first that I've actually shown.
I could package this up via iMovie and send them a link so they can see this. That way they get a heads up of what they should be
So
seeing.
the idea and the messaging behind it really is that we're showing the impact that blue's going to have. So you saw all the biotopes and the buildings and the streets paging in. I only did that for demonstration purposes. What we normally do is you saw the long view distances and you saw the curve of the Earth. It's round Earth. It's VBS Blue as advertised. What we'll do is we'll set the draw distance way out. So as you fly at whatever speed,
Yes.
it's paging out where you don't notice it.
Okay.
What that does is by doing it in close saves you
Yeah,
processing
you're
time. And I'm on a
prefetching.
laptop with the entire world.
Yes, you're prefetching
Yeah.
and storing just like, got it. Yeah,
That's exactly
very
right.
familiar. Okay.
So you turn that off and let's get you on here.